what if I told you the classic 60-40 portfolio, stocks and bonds, that generations of investors have trusted, might be a ticking time bomb? Imagine losing half your nest egg in a market crash, and then having to double your money just to break even. That's the harsh reality of volatility. Now, imagine a different kind of defensive strategy, one that aims to protect your capital, survive any market shakeup, and still deliver returns over time. Hi everyone, we are quantifiedstrategies.com. Today, we're diving into a powerful concept, defensive investing. A study called The Best Defensive Strategies, 2 Centuries of Evidence, looked at the best defensive investment strategy over the last 220 years. We'll go through what makes these strategies historically resilient, why the long-trusted 60-40 approach might be riskier than many realize, and, most importantly, how you can structure a portfolio designed to weather the worst crises the market throws at you. The traditional 60-40, which is 60% equities and 40% bonds, has long been considered a reasonable balance of risk and return. Over 222 years, it has delivered about 7% per year. Unfortunately, the strategy has had a max drawdown of 71.2% between 1800 and 2021. The problem comes down to volatility drag. A big loss requires a much larger gain just to return to even. A 50% drawdown demands a 100% gain to recover. That's brutal. So, while 60-40 may look diversified on the surface, it can still leave you extremely vulnerable, especially in severe bear markets, rising rate environments, or prolonged economic stress. As late as 2022, both stocks and bonds fell. The mentioned study concludes 2 defensive strategies stand out. 1. Defensive absolute return, abbreviated DAR. 2. Trend following. Let's break down each. DAR is based on financial factors, characteristics like value, carry, momentum, quality, low volatility, etc. The idea is to build a portfolio that systematically goes long on the most defensive factors and shorts or underweights the riskier ones. In the refined version studied in the paper, the portfolio goes long 40% on the best defensive factors and shorts 20% of the worst. This tweak accomplishes something powerful. It retains strong downside protection and produces a positive long-run return, about 2.3% per year for 5% volatility. In the worst 10% of 60-40 months historically, DAR delivered about 0.1% per month. It won't make you rich overnight, but it's built to ensure you survive the crash. Let's go to the second best defensive investment strategy, trend following. Trend following isn't about factors. This approach systematically goes long on assets that are trending up and avoids or shorts those trending down across asset classes, equities, bonds, commodities, currencies. Over the same 222-year sample, trend following delivered the highest long-run return among the defensive strategies, around 4.8% per year for 5% volatility. Especially during prolonged bear markets or crises, trend following often catches the turn when markets begin to recover. On their own, each strategy has strengths and weaknesses. DAR offers immediate protection, but may underperform in strong bull markets. Trend following can outperform over long bull runs, but may lag in fast crashes until trends reverse. The paper also took a hard look at commonly used defensive tools, gold, bonds, for example treasuries, and put options, insurance. The findings were sobering. Gold, historically unreliable. Over the 1800 to 2021 period, gold delivered negative average excess returns during the worst 60-40 drawdowns. Put options, good for short-term hedging, but expensive over time. Negative carry means long-term performance suffers. Treasuries or government bonds, not consistently effective. During some major equity drawdowns, safe bonds often failed to hedge losses. So there you have it. The best defensive investment strategy doesn't promise blowout returns or overnight riches, but it may deliver something far rarer in investing: the ability to survive whatever crisis comes next and still grow your wealth steadily over time. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. What kind of portfolio are you running now? Classic 60-40 or something more defensive?